Hello friends, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and today we're going to compare two mid-range phones, the Samsung Galaxy J7 with the Lumia 640XL. So these two phones are in the price in the mid-range category, the below 15k price point. So we'll analyze these two phones and see which is better value for money. So before we go into the detailed aspects, let's have a quick look at the specs. So the Samsung Galaxy J7 is a brand new device in the J series. It comes with a 5.5-inch HD display. It has a Super AMOLED display. It is powered by an octa-core Exynos chipset with 1.5GB RAM, and there is 16GB internal storage along with Android 5.1 Lollipop. And it also has a 13 megapixel rear camera with LED flash and also a front facing 5 megapixel camera. Again, you have a flash here. So that was the spec aspect. It also has a 3000 mAh battery. Now talking about the Lumia 640XL, it's a beautiful device from Microsoft. It comes with a 5.7-inch HD display. It's powered by the Snapdragon 400 quad-core chipset with 1GB RAM, 8GB internal storage. It runs Windows Phone 8.1 and also has a 3000 mAh battery. And there's a 13 megapixel rear camera with LED flash and a front-facing 5 megapixel camera. So that is the spec aspect of these two phones. Now let's go into the detailed aspect. So first step, let's see the design and build quality. Now design wise, you can see neither of these devices have anything new to offer. If you take the look at Samsung Galaxy J7, this has the same look and feel as that of any other Samsung phone, be it any mid-range phones like the Samsung Galaxy Grand Max, and a lot of other devices look very similar to this J7. So Samsung hasn't done anything new with the design in terms of the overall look and feel, the build quality. Everything looks similar to any of the Samsung mid-range phone. Now talking about the Lumia 640XL, again there is nothing new here. The Lumia phones have been very similar in terms of design. I can see this has a very similar design as that of Lumia 630, which was launched quite a long time back. And this also comes in different colors. The material quality looks pretty good. Overall build quality wise, we would say the Lumia 640XL has better build quality. The finishing, the back cover, and also the matte finish rear panel looks much better than what is offered on the Samsung Galaxy J7. Also, the Lumia 640XL comes in a variety of colors. We have the green, the orange, black, white. So there's lots of choices to offer. You can also choose different colors. Now with the J7 you have three colors: black, white, and also the golden variant. So overall in the design and build quality, both these devices does not offer anything new. But the build quality wise, we would say the Lumia 640XL is slightly better than the Samsung Galaxy J7. Now you can see that both these devices are pretty large devices, although the Lumia 640XL is bigger in display. Almost the size looks pretty similar, although Lumia 640XL is slightly bigger overall. Using both devices are pretty similar. You can see both these devices are pretty huge. They are 5.5-inch and above, so they're not really compact device. But using the device looks pretty good if you're used to handling larger devices. Now talking about the display, both these devices have HD display, that's a 1280 by 720p display. But here there is a big difference. The Samsung Galaxy J7 has a Super AMOLED display. Here the colors look much more saturated, and they're vivid, and they're much sharper than what you see on the Lumia 640XL, which has an IPS LCD panel. The display on the Samsung Galaxy, the Lumia 640XL is also pretty good. It has a clear black technology. The touch response seems pretty good. The viewing angles are also pretty good. But overall, we would say the Super AMOLED display is slightly better than the IPS LCD panel on the Lumia 640XL. But having said that, both these devices are good performers. They don't have much of complaints. The colors do not change even when you tilt the display. The touch response seemed pretty good. Overall, both these devices are pretty decent in terms of the display. But we would say the Super AMOLED display is slightly better overall than the IPS LCD panel on the 640XL. Now moving on to the software and performance. So here there is a big difference. One is Android powered, one is Windows Phone 8.1. So it's up to the user to decide whether they want a Windows phone or an Android phone. So based on that, you can decide which is better. Now talking about the performance, this is the Samsung Galaxy J7 is powered by an octa-core chipset with 1.5GB RAM. It's an Exynos chipset, and the overall performance looks pretty good. There's no lag or issues. The software is a custom one, although it's Android 5.1.1 latest version. It's a custom UI from Samsung and does offer decent amount of features. So overall, this is a pretty good device in terms of the performance. It has 4G LTE support, dual SIM card support, and there is 16GB internal storage, which it can be again expanded. So that's something good from the Samsung Galaxy J7. Now talking about the Lumia 640XL, this runs Windows Phone 8.1 and is upgradable to Windows 10 when it comes up later this year. And this has the Snapdragon 400 quad-core chipset. It's a pretty old chipset. It has 1GB RAM and 8GB internal storage. Although the storage is limited on the Lumia 640XL when compared to the 16GB on the S7, you can always expand the storage and you can directly install apps on the SD card. So that's one good thing about the Lumia 640XL, which Windows Phone allows you to install apps directly onto the SD card. So that's pretty good. Apart from that, this device does not have 4G LTE out of the box, but Microsoft will be providing an update to this device which will be enabling the 4G LTE support in India. So that was the performance and software side. So both these devices exhibit pretty good performance. The Samsung Galaxy J7 is pretty fast device. The Lumia 640XL also does perform pretty well because they're different. Even though the Lumia 640XL has just 1GB RAM, it is a Windows Phone 8.1 which does not require a heavy RAM to perform. It's a pretty lightweight OS and performance is pretty good. So the Samsung Galaxy J7 as well as the Lumia 640XL are pretty good performers in this mid-range category. Now talking about the camera performance, so both these devices have the 13 megapixel rear camera with pretty good set of options. So if you take the camera interface, you can see the Lumia camera app which offers lots of additional options with manual control. You can see there is a manual mode even in the Samsung Galaxy J7 as well. So camera interface with both these devices are pretty good. They offer pretty good amount of features as well. You can have manual control. Apart from that, J7 also offers additional modes like sports mode, beauty face mode, sound and shot. So those kind of modes are not available on the Lumia 640XL, but the camera app on the 640XL is pretty good and does perform pretty well. Now talking about the overall quality of photos, it's tough to choose between these two devices. Both these devices are pretty good in terms of the overall clarity. The 13 megapixel shooter on both these devices perform pretty well. So here are some of the samples taken. From the samples, we would say that there is a slight edge for Lumia 640XL overall, probably the sharpness levels, and there's more consistency in the photos in the 640XL, while the J7 does offer pretty good features and the camera performance is also pretty good, but then the consistency levels are not really that great. At times the Samsung Galaxy J7 performed really well, but then again the lack of consistency is one of the major issues because colors doesn't look really well on almost all photos with the J7, but with the Lumia 640XL we would say that issue doesn't really exist. Now talking about the front facing camera, both these devices do offer great selfie experience. Both these devices have the 5 megapixel front camera. Now the J7 additionally offers a front facing flash. You can see there's a front facing flash on the J7 which is pretty good to shoot selfies in low light. So if you're looking for a better selfie experience, we would say the Samsung Galaxy J7 offers front facing LED flash as well. So that was the camera aspect. So overall in the camera aspect, we would say the Samsung Galaxy J7 is slightly behind the Lumia 640 in the overall performance. But having said that, the J7 is also really good performing camera, and we would say it's much better than the J5 which we reviewed previously. So that was the camera aspect. Now moving on to the battery life. So both these devices have 3000 milliamp hour battery. Now the battery capacity is exactly same, but the battery performance isn't exactly the same because both these devices have different OS, different processor, different display. So everything are different. A lot of things are different in both these devices, and the battery performance we would say is better on the Lumia 640XL. We can easily get more than a day of usage on both these devices, but still then we would say the Lumia 640XL is much better on the battery performance, and you can easily get 1.5 day of usage. The Samsung Galaxy J7 when we tested did give us more than a day of usage, but it will not be the Lumia 640XL in terms of the overall performance. So that was the battery aspect. Now moving on to the final aspect. Now both these devices are priced in the 14 to 15k price point. The Lumia 640XL now retails for around 13.5k, while the Samsung Galaxy J7 is priced 14,999 and available exclusively on Flipkart. Now which is a better device to choose from? So this is a tough question to answer because both these devices are really good performing devices. Now the Samsung Galaxy J7 has a better display. The Super AMOLED display is better, and it also has a front-facing camera. The performance is really good. It has better RAM, better storage. It has 4G LTE support. Now with the Lumia 640XL, it has a better camera. Overall build quality looks better, and also battery life is better on the Lumia 640XL. So we can't really choose one winner here. So it based on the factors we mentioned here, it is up to the readers to choose which is a better device here. So if you're not really selective about the OS, and if you're really particular about the camera experience, we would say the 640XL is slightly better, and it also offers better battery life. So if you're particular about the apps and the ecosystem, then we would say the Samsung Galaxy J7 with Android 5.1.1 Lollipop and also much better apps than the Lumia 640XL is a better choice. But then again, we would give it to the readers to decide which is a better device here based on their criteria and requirements. So that was a detailed comparison of these two devices. So hope you like this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.